very rarely do you have the left, the right, and everyone in between laughing at someone, and this is what happened with Blizzard. Diversity chart. Look at this. Diversity space method. Oh my god. Overwatch creator explains they didn't use the king's creepy diversity chart. Why is it creepy though? Like, this is the left's ideology. This is what corporations constantly talk about. The only reason it's creepy is that you put it on a piece of paper. For all of us normal people, it was creepy the moment you expressed it. But when we criticized it, you just dismissed it and called us ists and phobes and didn't care about our criticisms. But no, it's absolutely ridiculous. It makes no sense, right? You're literally saying that in order to have like diverse characters, you need to have them from diverse body types or diverse gender identities. Like, imagine this, right? Imagine if you have a character that is, let's say, old, is from Russia, is a lesbian, right? Then that character would have the exact same lived experiences as all other characters that are old from Russia and lesbians. Like, it makes no sense, all right? People, I know this is shocking, but hear me out. People are individuals, and every human being, like even from the same household, if you have a pair of twins, they will have different lived experiences than one another. It's what's in the brain that matters, okay? Like how people think, their own accomplishments. Like, you can have two characters that share all of the same innate attributes and are completely different people. Like for example, a fat person from a trailer is going to have different lived experiences than Gabe Newell from Valve. But whatever, like the internet absolutely mocked them. It's also interesting that in the center is what's normal, right? I mean, normal is what we need to move away from, which is like probably the overwhelming amount of people that play Overwatch. I mean, cisgender straight white men. I don't know if it's popular in Asia though. Like maybe there's that, but like the overwhelming amount of people know, like that's the wrong way of creating characters. You need to divert into these bizarre like gender identity, body type, ability, and like the more you have on the sides, the better for diversity in a first-person shooter game, nonetheless. Okay, like this is not even a game that explores the character. It makes no difference if Torbjorn is gay or not. Like, his gameplay doesn't change. His kit doesn't change. It's not reflected. No one plays this game for the character stories. If you want to know character stories downright, look at League of Legends. I mean, that's actually a diverse cast. And it does create very interesting lore and stuff that you like to read. Overwatch is not even renowned for that. But what I love is, like, we all know why they're doing it. They're doing it because of the sex scandal, because they're accused of mistreating female employees. So, like, who cares if you're leftist? Like, why is it that you think if you advertise how progressive you are, how left-leaning you are, people won't assume that you're still mistreating your women? Like, what? A leftist is incapable of mistreating women? Is that what you're trying to say? I mean, you might as well just say that you're Christians. You might as well say that you're hardcore Catholic at Blizzard, that you can hire 3 bishops at the company to make sure that no one is creating any type of sin, right? And there's no more lust at Blizzard. There's no more jealousy and everything else, right? Like, you're all Catholics now. Even if you did that, what does that have to do with the individual behavior of the people that go at the company? Like, if you were to tell me that every single Blizzard employee goes to Sunday church and you have like 4 bishops there, like, that doesn't change the fact that at any point, like, you can still have a male employee that gropes a woman that's working. Like, I just don't understand this rationale or this logic. It's like you're hiding behind this bullshit, because this is what you're doing. You're hiding behind this bullshit to make it seem like, oh, you're never going to touch a woman again, right? Until you do, I guess. Again, like the idea that like being progressive and being a womanizer and a harasser at the office is exclusive, I don't know where it came from, but it's just like the most wacky shit that I have ever heard this year. So the left complains about this because they need this rather than hire diverse people with different lived experience. Again, like the idea that a person that's gay can speak on behalf of all of gay people. Like, why do we even have democracy then? Why not just have like a single woman voting for all the other women in society? Because that's what you're saying, right? Like, she understands all the other women. She speaks on behalf of all the other women. Why should all the women vote? Just have one. That has the vote worth for the entire female demographic. But whatever, you know. So the only thing with diversity is to give money to people, right? Because they want a diversity officer. I mean, Blizzard recently hired the cultural diversity officer, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I don't know, like they probably have more diversity officers now than they have actual developers. It's probably going to be reflected in their game. I mean, there's this diversity officer that's going to now have a say in the stories that Blizzard makes. But like, she never wrote a book. She hasn't worked on any AAA game before, but yet she is expected to help write the stories. Like, I wouldn't be able to do that. And I actually played video games, but like, I don't think I'm qualified enough to be on the storyboard decision making of Blizzard developer. Like, you would need people that have written stories before and that are extremely talented, not just pluck someone from the street. But anyway, right? So this is why the leftists are complaining, because basically, like, this program, this AI would probably replace the diversity officers. So there would be less money going to them. And at the same time, it's also ridiculous. Like, when you look at it, it's just like so bizarre, because it literally just puts their ideology in front of the world to see, and they don't like it. They usually like obfuscating their ideology behind academic words and academic literature to make it sound more intelligent. But no, like, at the end of the day, this is the shit. All right, like, this is literally what they believe in. So the diversity was criticized online, with many pointing out that the bureaucratic oddity. No, like, this is progressivism. Why are you calling it a bureaucratic oddity? It is what it is. It comes from the academia. All of the corporations worship it. Everyone says that it's really good, and if you complain, you're an ist or a phobe. Like, there is no, oh my god, it's an oddity. No, it's literally the core essence of what all these corporations are trying to promote. Look at this. You could just hire diverse designers, as if Blizzard doesn't already hire diverse designers. I think this is the problem with Blizzard. They hire diverse designers and then they molested them. That's literally what the controversy is about. It's also a bizarre way of going about it, instantly raising a lot of questions. The scale has a 0 point, the typical middle-class, white cis male video game protagonist. In other words, like, the overwhelming amount of people that play video games from Blizzard. I mean, there are other people that play different types of video games, but when you look at Blizzard, this is probably the targeted demographic, let's be honest. And by the way, I don't even mind. I mean, when I played Blizzard games, I didn't even play as men. I usually played as the Ushikushi Night Elves. I like to play characters with big booba, despite the fact that I'm not transgender, I'm not gay or anything like that. But I would rather look at the Night Elf ass while playing than looking at the male ass. This whole concept of representation is the most retarded concept in the history of mankind. Like, World of Warcraft should only have people play as human if representation actually existed and actually mattered. Like, no one would play as an orc, no one would play as an undead. I mean, the idea that you get to play as an undead, who wants to do that, right? If representation is true, like, if your character needs to represent you, no one would play undead. Where does Overwatch robot and hamster characters fit? Oh, that's simple. I mean, you go body type, right? Because the hamster is chubby, so it would be like body type all the way here. Ability would probably be in the middle, because like the hamster is able. Age, I think like the hamster is young, so like it would go all the way down, because it's like deviating from normal. Ethnicity, it would go all the way up. Culture, it would go all the way up. I think it's a straight hamster, right? So like, it would fill all these gifts. Like, come on, get the fuck out. You don't know how to use a chart? Like, hey, where would the hamster fit? Oh, okay, fine, I told you. Apparently, the Galaxy Brain corporate response to this complaint was to spend 6 years working on a program that farts out radar charts measuring how mathematically progressive a gamecast is. Yes, this is your ideology and you hate it. What do you guys think, though? Let me know in the comments section. I'm really curious to know what you guys think about this.